Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to look at your question 3 from your mock exam. In the mock exam, it had a normal algebra multiply out bracket question. So you have 2x minus 6 bracket 3 minus x equals 2 bracket 5x minus 1 minus 10. In terms of your people doing it in the exam, lots of you imagined that this had a whole set of brackets around it and then split the brackets. It doesn't. In this, you are only multiplying by the minus 6 and you're only multiplying by the 2. So when you do it, your 2x stays the same. Your minus 6 by 3 gives you minus 18. And then your minus 6 by your minus x, so minus by minus give you a plus, and you get plus 6x. Your equal sign stays where it is. Over here we have 2 times 5x, which gives us 10x, minus 2, and my minus 10 stays exactly the same. Tidying up each side, so I've got 2x and 6x, which gives us 8x, minus 18. Over here I have 10x, take away 2, take away 10, so I get 10x, take away 12. Tidying up, so if I make all the x's on one side, all the numbers on the other, so if I go 8x minus 10x, so I brought my 10x over, so it changed to a minus 10. And I have an 18 going over, so it's plus 18 now, and the minus 12 stays there. So I get 8x minus 10x, which gives me 2x, but it's a minus 2x, is equal to 6. So x is equal to 6 divided by minus 2. So I keep the sign because I'm dividing by it. So my answer is minus 3. So that should have been part A, and you should have been able to do that with no trouble. But lots of you, as I said, were imagining that this had a set of brackets around it and then split it. So you don't do that. Second part of question 3 was a simultaneous equation. And again, some of you had great difficulty with this. In terms of your simultaneous equation, this has no squares, has got no funny bits. So this is, you are eliminating. So you're solving it by elimination. What you do is look at your x's, have they got the same number? No. Look at your y's, have they got the same number? No. So in terms of this, there's no first or easy way to do. So if I look at my numbers and I decide I'm just going to multiply this times 2, right? So I do not do anything to my top line. Bottom line becomes 6x minus 4y is equal to minus 16. Then you treat them like 3 little individual sums. So I've got minus 6x plus 6x, so they are now gone. 5y minus 4y just gives me y. 26 take away 16 gives me 10. So that is your part y. You then choose one of the original ones and plug in our y. So if we go minus 6x plus 5 times whatever y was is equal to 26. Multiply it out. Minus 6x plus 50 is 26, so minus 6x is equal to 26. Take away your 50. Minus 6x is equal to minus 24. So x is equal to minus 24 divided by minus 6. So I have a minus and a minus over each other, so that's the same as a plus. So you're just getting 4. So your answers are x equals 4 and y equals 10. And again, there shouldn't have been anything too difficult with that. The third part of that question in the mock was a linear fraction. In terms of linear fraction, what you do is you imagine everything is in brackets, right? You are going to multiply this side of the equal sign like a crisscross. So I am having x minus 1 times 1 minus, so this would be the whole other box. So minus 3x plus 1, and that's going to get multiplied by x, all over the two bottoms multiplied by each other. And I haven't done anything to the far side of the equal sign. If you wanted to make your life easier, possibly you could multiply this out first. When you're multiplying it, remember this minus sign is attached to the 3. So that's just a sneaky bit. So anyway, if we continue what I'm doing, we would get x minus 1. This you are getting minus 3x minus 3, but that still all has to be multiplied by x. And the bottom bit is x by x, which gives you x squared minus x. So top line again, we have x minus 1, and then we have a minus 3x squared, and then a minus 3x. Tidying it up, so we have minus 3x squared, we have a plus x, a minus 3x, that gives you a minus 2x, and a minus 1 over x squared minus x equals minus 1. Now I have a fraction equals some other number, so this comes up and multiplies. So we go minus 3x squared minus 2x minus 1 would be equal to minus x squared plus x. Tidying it up, I get minus 3x squared plus x squared minus 2x minus x minus 1 equals 0. So what I did was I brought this minus x squared over, it became plus x squared. I brought this plus x over, it became minus x. Tidying it up, I have minus 3x squared plus x squared, so I'm getting a minus 2x squared. This and this, I'm getting a minus 3x, and I have a minus 1 equals 0. Now, final step is you have to factorize this. So if we look at this, and we look at this, and you multiply them together. So you go minus 2 by minus 1, which gave you 2. Factors of 2 are 2 and 1. Rewrite this as 4 things. So we have minus 2x squared, minus 2x, minus x, minus 1 equals 0. You look at the first two and say what they've got in common. So they've got a minus 2x in common. So I take that out and I get an x plus a 1. Write down my x plus a 1, and then take out a minus 1. So I get minus 2x minus 1. And I get, I get an x plus 1. And they're both equal to 0. So in terms of answers, I have minus 2x minus 1 equals 0. So that means minus 2x is equal to 1. X is equal to 1 over minus 2. Or you have x plus 1 equals 0. So x is equal to minus 1. But that is your answer. So again, in terms of how you do it, you make each side equal to a fraction. Okay, so how you're going to do it is you're going to crisscross multiply, but watching this minus sign. Okay, so that was your question 3 from the mocks, which some of you did absolutely terribly on. So in terms of what you need to do, you need to get out your exam papers and practice a few of them. Thank you very much.